Hi, can you introduce yourself and the company?
The name is Nikita. I am the CEO and founder of Mancala Gaming.
What makes Moncton special?
What makes Mancala special? It's the products. Why the products? Because it's hella fun. There's one thing I know. As a gambler myself, it's always about the enjoyment and the near misses. It's about that feeling of a rush as you're about to hit, as you're about to win. That's what makes Mancala great.
Oh, hold on a second, because very often when I talk to business people developing the products, they never say they are gamblers. They always like producing it. So you have a personal history of playing.
You do what you love, and gambling has always been something that I enjoyed, and I always dabbled in. And making a product that I personally enjoy and I personally want to play has always been a dream of mine.
Okay, so what's your favorite game what you produced?
To be honest with you, as much as the awesome products that we make that are innovative and are unique, I'm more old school in that way. I prefer my hold and win. I prefer the more casino land-based casino experience. It's something that we actually do ourselves. Even though we're online, we got a very big selection of land-based type of games.
Okay, so the games are available in both in real casinos and
They're not. They're all online. But the mechanics and the way that the game is played takes a lot of inspiration from land-based operations.
okay, makes sense. And what's your favorite then?
My favorite, probably one of the latest releases that we did, called Serengeti Sunrise. It's a hold and win mechanic, as I mentioned before. But what it does is gives you a expanded wilds on a single reel, and I think it's just hella fun.
Okay. And can you tell me about the exhibition that you are having here, because it's very specifically themed?
It is. This is one of our, let's say, innovative and unique titles that we are producing the year. And the game is based on a very famous franchise of horror. And it takes a lot of inspiration from said franchise. And it's just something that the industry doesn't see. We're trying to bend the lines of what is allowed and to experiment with new and innovative ideas.
Okay. How do you define innovative idea?
Well, if you've seen the game, it's a lot of blood, it's a lot of gore, something that you don't usually find, and I think that's from the perspective of the theme, it's quite unique. But also the mechanic of the game and how the reels are spinning, which technically they're not. I think that is what really is going to be enjoyed by the player.
Okay. And besides slot games, so what else is in your portfolio?
We currently provide slot games. However, come 2026, we're introducing new verticals. So there is going to be a new branch of Mancala Gaming going into Crash and instant games. So there is something to look forward to during the year.
Okay. And before the interview, I also you've been told me that you are an entrepreneur. You started out with this company. Can you tell me about your journey?
Well, it's been a hectic 7 years. It started from a very simple idea and a table in Starbucks. And afterwards, it just expanded with some amazing people that joined this wonderful journey.
Okay. What was the biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge was to survive.
Just like in your recent game.
Exactly, exactly.
Yep. Nice. What to look forward for 2026?
Well, as I mentioned, we are introducing new verticals, so there's going to be a new type of games coming out under the Mancala brand. But I think the other most important part is to pay attention to the amount of games that we're going to be releasing. We are expanding production, we're doubling, so every single month there's going to be at least 4 games from Mancala to look forward to.
So how do you balance quality and quantity?
It's always about quality, never about quantity. That's why for 7 years we waited until we were ready to be able to produce 4 absolutely phenomenal games every single month.
And when it comes to player feedback, do you use that to develop your product?
Absolutely. We've been trying to expand this drastically over the course of the last couple of years. We have certain channels where the player can communicate, can express his feelings, can look forward to different promotions and different bonuses that we're also giving out through our fantastic operators that we're working with. I can only say beautiful things. And so far, if we take away all of that, we do listen. We do listen, and I think our products over the years has shown that, because it's not about the operator, it's about the player.
What message do you have for those who haven't tried your games yet?
I believe the main question here is when, not if, and you just gotta spin. You gotta spin.
What was your biggest win as a gambler?
My biggest win, I believe it wasn't actually in slots. It was in blackjack, and I believe it was 400 times my original bets, like the amount I came in with.
So that was a side bet, I suppose.
Yeah, I just managed to go for 400 times what I originally came with
Oh, okay, okay. That was the overall
Yeah, yeah,
result
yeah.
of the session.
on a single blackjack session. Yeah,
Wow, 400 times.
it was amazing.
Land-based or online?
It was land based. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Amazing. Oh, thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you as well. It was a pleasure.